Hey guys, welcome along to CattleMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Today we're going to talk about how much pre-emergent you need for your lawn. I'm going to go over the calculations for you. That way you'll know exactly what you need. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so it is February now, end of February, and this is your perfect time to get that pre-emergent out. And that way we're not having to deal with this crabgrass and all these other weeds during the summer. So if this is your first time putting it out, you're gonna see some results this year, but after this year, after you put it out this year, you'll see a lot more results next year. So if you're a beginner, this is a great video for you. It'll give you calculations of how much you need and how to calculate all that by the end of the video. Okay, so like I said, February is the best time to do that. And when you're picking your type of pre-emergent, you're going to want to pick one that has no nitrogen. It's not needed during this time of year. The grass is not actively growing, so we're not going to be worried with that right now. Even if you have fescue, I'd still recommend putting any type of fertilizer on there, especially any phosphates, because we're not interested in any grass growing. We just want to kill those weeds and get those germinate those seeds before they germinate and kill those. Also, if you put out seed in the fall, I wouldn't recommend that you put out pre-emergent, because what that's going to do is damage the seed that you put out. Even if it's already germinated, I still wouldn't put it out. I'd wait probably till fall to do that. That way you get a few more cuts in, and those roots start to really grow and take hold. Okay, so if you have new seed out, do not put out any pre-emergent. If you plan on putting out pre-emergent this year, this coming spring, do not overseed. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for in a pre-emergent, and there's three types of ingredients that you're going to be looking for. Okay, one of them is prodiamine, okay, dithropyr, and pendimethalin. Prodiamine is very common in a lot of your pre-emergents, especially especially those at Lowe's, Home Depot, those types of places. You're going to see a lot of that in there. You may have to go, if you want something a little stronger, like Barricade, you're going to have to go probably to a feed and seed, because I've never found it at Lowe's or Home Depot. If you want something stronger than prodiamine or dithropyr, you probably have to go to like a feed and seed to get that, okay, or a lawn specialty store. So those are some of the places you can find that, and one of the main ones is Anderson. They have a great product for your lawn that uses Barricade. So I'm going to write up the, in case you didn't understand my southern accent, I'm going to write these up. Okay, so it's the three main ingredients, okay, that they're going to use in some of these types of pre-emergents. So one is prodiamine, and so the second one is dithropyr, and the third one is pendimethalin. So these are your three major ingredients that you're going to see when you're finding these at Lowe's or Home Depot. There is a choice for one if you want to go to a lawn care store, like I said, and find the Barricade. It's a little bit more pricier, and that product is called Anderson. So it's a little bit more pricier. They're all going to work about the same, but like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you'd want to rotate these, because your weeds will kind of build up a tolerance to this if you're using the same one each time. Okay, so what you want to do is just maybe put prodiamine in the fall or in the spring, and then maybe switch up with one of these in the fall, and that will, keep that tolerance from building up with the weeds. So you're probably going to see a lot of these products in this type of formation. If you look on the bag, okay, it's going to be a 0, 0, and some number at the end. That's your potash. Okay, so we don't want any nitrogen, we don't want any phosphates, okay, because we don't want anything growing right now. But what we do need is something. They usually use this to bind that product with it, the pre-emergent. They'll bind it, That way it can throw out and be dissolved into the ground, okay? What you want to do is make sure when you do get this in, when you broadcast this, you want it to be watered at least 10 days after, okay? If it's been after the 10-day mark, then you'll have to water it in by yourself, okay, if it hasn't rained. So best thing to do is get this out before the rain. Not something, maybe if you're getting a light rain or something like that, just to activate it and start it decomposing and getting into your ground, okay? So just make sure we're not having anything with any nitrogen or any phosphates. And you're gonna have this number here, and you may find some that have 0, okay, all the way across, okay, and that's even better. But definitely no nitrogen and no phosphates. And also I need you to know that this is the granule type that I'm talking about. You can get a liquid to put in a spray bottle and spray around. I have seen that does not last as long as the granule, okay? The granule is gonna last you 3 months. I've seen mostly in 3 months that this lasts, and then you have to reapply it. If I apply it in February, I'm usually gonna apply it again in March, okay? So, and then that will give us a good base going into these hotter months to where these seeds really won't germinate. Because sometimes you don't put enough down. It's good to put that second coat, especially at the beginning of the year. I think the granule works best, and this is where you're going to see this the most, okay? Your 007 or 0 all the way across. Okay, so one of the things two things that we need to know before we put our pre-emergent down is how big our lawn is, okay? So you want to know, how big is my lawn, okay? We want to know this because this is going to affect the application of how many pounds you need to be applying, okay? The second one is, how long do we want it to last? Okay, do we just want it lasting through the spring? Do we just want it to last through summer? That way we have an option of seeding our lawn in the fall. So you need to know these two things before you start to apply, okay? So you can find this out easily on the back of the pre-emergent bag. You can do the calculations of how many pounds you will need and how long those poundage will last. Okay guys, so remember, before you start any of this, your soil temperature has to be 50 degrees. That's when this product will start to work on these germinating seeds, okay? Same thing with grass. If you have germinating grass, this pre-emergent will kill that. So that's why I'm saying, do not put down any, if you've overseeded in the last 6 months, if you overseeded in fall, do not put down pre-emergent, okay? You'll have to wait till fall to do that. But your soil temperature has to be 55 degrees. Also, I want you to know that your best defense against your weeds is your mowing, okay? Mowing correctly, mowing with a sharp blade, mowing more frequently, not scalping, letting the grass grow, and then cut it at a certain height. Maybe during the summer you could cut at about 3 inches. Keep it around 3 inches, and we can start getting rid of those weeds, okay? If you have weeds already, you can use this in combination, but good mowing practices will be your best defense against this. If you're just putting this out and you're not mowing correctly, especially with Bermuda. Bermuda is a grass that you need to cut more often than none, okay? Sometimes, especially during the spring, late spring, when it starts to come out, it comes out with a vengeance. So you need to be cutting that all through the summer, probably 2, maybe 3 times a week, and just let that grass, especially the Bermuda, will start to just kind of weed out everything, for lack of a better word. So no pun intended, but it'll just start to weed out everything on its own, and it will just start to take care of this. But until then, we do need to put a little bit of this out, but mowing is very important. Okay guys, so here's the calculation I wanted to show you to help you kind of figure it out for your lawn, okay? So this is on the back of the bag of the pre-emergent that you choose to use. They'll give you this type of calculation, but I'm just going to try to help you figure it out by as many bags that you would need for your area. On the back of the bag, and I think I'm using just the professional I'm just using something from Lowe's, and I'll throw that up here so you can see what I'm using. So you're gonna need, it says for my area, I live in South Carolina, and it'll have the states on there at the pound that you need per 1,000 square feet. Okay, so I'm gonna need 3.3 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Okay, and that's gonna give me 4 months of protection. Well, to figure out how much more protection I'll need, I may need 7, 6, 5, whatever. We'll say we need 5 months of protection. Okay, well, let's break this down. We're gonna need, we're gonna divide the 3.3 by the 4 months. And so it comes out to being 0.825 pounds, and that's for 1 month of protection. Okay, well, I need 5 months protection. Okay, so we're gonna take 5 and multiply it by the 825 pounds, okay? And that's gonna give me 4.125 pounds per 1,000 square feet, okay? So it goes from 3.3 pounds per 1,000 square feet for 4 months. We want 5 months. So now I need 4.125 pounds per 1,000 square feet for 5 months of protection, okay? Well, now this is where we plug in our square footage, okay? This is where you need to find out your square footage. So just to make things easy, I'm rounding. So I have around 10,000 square feet. Okay, so I'm gonna take this right here, the 4.125 pounds per 1,000 square feet. I'm gonna multiply them, and then I'm gonna divide that by the 1,000 square feet, okay? That way it'll give me my decimal. And so for you guys, you just plug in the square footage and multiply it by the pounds per 1,000 square feet, just like I found this out. And you divide it by 1,000, okay? That way you have your decimal. And so it says for 1,000 square feet of 5 months of protection, I'm gonna need 41 pounds of pre-emergent, okay? So that's just an easy calculation for you to use, just to kind of figure it out. Now, all this is not precise. It's pretty close, but it's not precise. I mean, we always have to kind of deal with the rain and everything like that, as much moisture as we can to get this stuff to dissolve. But this is a great calculation to kind of figure out how much you need, and that way you're not guessing, okay? And remember, guys, this is for a granular protection, okay? So make sure it's granular that you're using, okay? There is a different calculation for using something like Barricade liquid, but this is just for granule, and this is what you should be using. It's a lot better and it lasts a lot longer. For a liquid concentration, it's a little bit different because you're using water, okay? And I'll go over that in a separate video. All this together can be a little bit confusing, so I'll go over that in another video and show you how you spray that and everything. But this is for granular only, and it's a better way of treating your lawn, and it lasts a lot longer. Okay, guys, so this is your calculation for granular pre-emergent. Just a couple of takeaways from this video is, first, make sure you have the right square footage for your application. Know the size of your lawn. Know how much, that way we can calculate how much to put out by using these types of calculations. And also remember, you're going to have to make sure this gets watered in within like a 9 to 10 day span there. You only have about that long before it starts to not do what it's supposed to do, okay? So make sure within that 10 days that you get some water on it. If it's not a rain, then you'll need to get some type of sprinkler out there and activate that pre-emergent, okay? All right, guys, well, I hope this video helped you out. Leave some comments below if you like this video, what you use, and how that product works for you. And guys, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, guys.